having breakfast in bed. I like waking up to the smell of bacon. Sue me. And since I don't have a butler, I have to do it myself.
Hello, boys. It's the Austinator. Today, we're back, and we're doing an actual review this time of a current movie.
Oh, yes.
Holy shit, that's fucking shocking. Today, we are talking about an MCU movie. Fuck, I gotta talk MCU again. Son of a bitch. I hate talking about these people. God damn it, I hate these schmucks.
Yeah.
We are talking about the MCU's latest outing in Thor, Love and Blunder. Oh, sorry. I was going to say Blunder. Love and Thunder. That's the actual title. It came out a couple weeks ago. It just hit over 500 million in the box office. So, yippee. MCU continuing to kill the movie business. That's what I like to say. So yeah, if you don't know our thoughts on Phase 4, we could just sum it up into one word. Shit.
Yeah.
Phase 4 has been absolutely fucking abysmal. I don't want to hear anybody go, but it's setting up something. But the Phase 4 is this. Shut up. Just shut up.
Yeah, exactly. And if people are now like, ooh, well, guess what? Now we know where they're going and all that. Well, guess what? They should have released all this information beforehand.
Yeah, fuck them. Let me just say, fuck them. There have been barely any releases that I'm like, wow, this is great, guys. You guys really did a good job. The only one that did was not even an MCU movie. Let's give him a round of fucking applause on that one.
I'm so, yes. No Way Home. That's the only one.
Now, if you think I'm being extra, I'm trying not to, but I'm overcompensating because I'm really tired. So, we got Ninjoid in the house. What's up, Ninjoid?
Nothing much. I'm just excited to talk about Thor, Love and Blunder, or should I say, Poor Dove and Underwear, which is actually Thor, Love and Thunder, because I have some opinions of this movie, you know.
I think we both do, and I just have to say, and I'm just gonna say this right up front, and I know a lot of people are gonna be shocked by this, especially with my thoughts on current Marvel. And my thoughts on Doctor Strange, everyone seems to love, by the way, which I don't get it. I really don't.
Don't either. I don't get it either, buddy.
I actually think Thor, Love and Thunder is not that bad. I know. Everybody is shocked. Everybody's going, Austin, what are you talking about? You are a crazy man. You are a crazy person, and your opinion is trash. You are not a real fan. Get out of here. Whoa.
No.
Calm down, guys. Calm down.
Yeah, calm down, because I fully agree with us. Oh my god.
Listen, and I know everyone's like, well, how can you hate Doctor Strange and like this? All right, let me explain this real quick. First of all, I did not go and see Thor, Love and Thunder opening night. I did with Doctor Strange. So that's strike one. B, I did not pay for Thor, Love and Thunder. I had to pay to go see Doctor Strange. That's strike two. And three, Multiverse of Madness was a big-ass lie. Thor, Love and Thunder, you got exactly what you paid for. So you know what? Thor, Love and Thunder, just on those three things alone, I will say is better than Doctor Strange and the Multiverse of Madness.
Also, if I could say, Austin, Thor, Love and Thunder's not a mess compared to Doctor Strange, where Doctor Strange, they just kept on throwing shit in there that did not do anything for the plot or the story. You know?
And actually, you get actual characters with actual development.
Exactly, and there's actual art. And guess what? There's a heart and a message in a movie now.
I know. Holy shit.
It's not like Doctor Strange where they had some ideas of what the theme was going to be, but there was no theme whatsoever in the movie. You know what, Dylan? No, Doctor Strange was a bad fan fiction.
Yeah, it was. Now, my overall thoughts are: is this the worst movie of Phase 4? No. Eternals still has that absolute distinction of being the worst MCU film in Phase 4. Is it even the worst Marvel film? No. It's just okay. I think it's fine. There are things I like about it. There are things I don't like about it. It's just serviceable. It's nothing that I would recommend to go see in theater, but I would say it's a decent movie that I would watch if it was on TV. There are good characters, and I will say that there are some really cool story elements, and there are things that I do enjoy. But that being said, there are things that kind of ruin this movie, and I will talk about it when we get to it. But Ninjoid, what are your overall thoughts?
Overall, I actually really enjoyed the movie. I think if we're not counting No Way Home, I think this is the best thing of the Marvel movies. Because if we count TV shows, I think Moon Knight is actually better than this. But Thor: Love and Thunder, I really liked the characters in the movie, Gore, and believe it or not, Mighty Thor. And I actually liked Thor. I know people are going to be shocked that I'm saying that because a lot of people say Thor was turned into an idiot in this movie, which I actually have something to back that up, those claims. But overall, I really enjoyed the movie. I had fun. I have not had fun in a Marvel thing probably in a while, since No Way Home.
Yeah, and it's not. Don't get me wrong. I think this movie has a lot of problems, but I'll say this: it's not boring.
No,
Like,
it's
I'll
not.
give it that. It's definitely not boring. Eternals is boring
No.
though.
Yeah. But I had a lot of fun. Like it's not it's not like even the Marvel shows where they're just like filler, mediocre stuff. No, this was actually a solid installment. Like this actually feels like a continuation after Phase 3. You know, which I like that just because we haven't been getting shit like that.
Well, now I'm gonna get to the comments before we get into our positives. Dylan's like, Thor: Love and Thunder was utter garbage. Marvel is dead now. Guess what? We've been saying that for the last several months. What's up, Zach? I didn't pay either. I told my cousin if he wants to take me, he pays for my ticket. Oh, so then you shouldn't be complaining then. Thor: Love and Thunder isn't a mess. You know what it is? A bad fan fiction. Bad love story.
And no, it's not.
No, it is not.
No, it's
Twilight was a well, actually, no. You know what? If you want to talk about bad love stories, watch any.
No,
really.
you know what? Watch Loki.
Yeah, you're right. Loki did have a bad love story. You are absolutely right.
Watch Loki and you'll get it.
Dylan's like, yes, it is the worst. Okay, no, it's second to Eternals. Wow, this guy would rather watch Captain Marvel.
Yeah, he actually said that to me. This guy, I don't understand. Like, I don't understand some of the hatred claims. That's the thing. It's like, guys, this honestly feels like. I'll go into positives then, but we'll continue with the comments.
And then Deshaun comes in, hey guys, Thor: Love and Thunder is a 9 out of 10. Really?
I mean, I rated it high. Now, do I agree with my original rating? No, because I've come to some problems of the movie a lot more.
But I still enjoy it though. Like I still go back and rewatch it and have fun. That's like the biggest thing.
What's up, Kavari?
It's actually rewatchable, Austin.
Yeah, and you know what? A lot of the problems with a lot of these Phase 4 movies is that they're either not enjoyable or you can only watch it once and it's like it's okay, but I wouldn't go back and watch it. But this is actually, I actually will say from an entertainment standpoint, it is entertaining. Now, like you said, is it perfect? No. In fact, I would argue that it's not perfect. In
Oh,
fact,
no,
I'd say it's got a shit ton of problems, which I'll get into my positives first. As far as like action and the way the movie looks, it looks beautiful. The one thing I will give Taika Waititi is that his movies look pretty, and it certainly what did look like that in this film. I think there's a lot of presentation things I really liked, especially when they went into the Shadow Realm and they fought Gore, which I just think, and the weapons having color, but they don't actually look really, really stylish. Like I
Yes.
will give them that.
Yep.
The characters, I think Thor, yeah, he's kind of goofy, but I will say this: I think Chris Hemsworth gives a really good performance here, as always, as Thor, and I think his chemistry with Natalie Portman was absolutely on point,
Mm-hmm.
as always.
Mm-hmm.
And speaking of Natalie Portman, I think her character was great. She wasn't necessarily being treated as, she wasn't a replacement Thor as the ending of this film kind of made it out. It's like she's not
Exactly.
replacing him.
Exactly.
She had a character arc, and her interactions with Thor, especially around the second half, where it was actually excellent. But
Mm-hmm.
I do have some problems with those scenes too, which I'll get into when I get into my negatives. Gore was a great villain. I think Christian Bale is a great actor. I think he was probably the star of the show. If I'm being completely honest with everybody, I think Christian Bale. If you haven't seen Christian Bale in anything else but the Dark Knight trilogy, go ahead and do so because he's fantastic in a lot of other things, and he definitely shined here.
Mm-hmm.
Now, Valkyrie, again, a lot better than I thought she was actually going to be, because when I heard she was going to be King Valkyrie, I'm like, oh, geez, here we go. They're really going to try and pull this, right? But she was pretty good too. Again, Tessa Thompson's really good as Valkyrie here. Very, very talented. The start of the movie where you see Gore, the god, he's like going up to the guy. He's like, hey, you need to help me. And the god's like, go fuck yourself. And then he's like, all right, fine. I'm just going to kill all the gods now. It's like, I thought that was cool. And just the action at the beginning with the Guardians of the Galaxy and the retelling was a nice start to the movie, I shall say.
Yes. Yep.
And speaking of, I think while we don't really get a lot of them, it was cool seeing the Guardians again.
Yeah.
As far as any other positives, I would say the ending was pretty good. It definitely went in a way that I did not expect. I will give them that.
Yes.
So I will say it shocked me.
Mm-hmm.
Because I did not anticipate, spoiler alert, I did not anticipate Jane to die. I was really thinking they were either going to go the road of Thor is going to die or she's going to replace him.
Yep.
And do I think they went in the right direction? Yeah, I think they did, at least. Because personally, that way we don't have to see the whole, oh, well, of course they're going to go down this road of replacing all these characters because that's all they do, yada, yada, yada. But while she was great, it just was like, I don't necessarily want to see them replace another character, because it's like, that's what they've been doing for the last several movies, is that they're going to replace characters. And thankfully they're not doing that. So I was actually okay with it. And plus, she actually goes out the way that in a more or less a heroic death. So I have no problem with that. And the way Gore goes out too was really nice. And now Thor's got to look after his daughter, which I thought that was a nice touch. Thor actually sort of gets a happy ending, sort of. And
Yeah.
as much as Zeus was kind of a dick, it was cool seeing Russell Crowe, because I'm a big Russell Crowe guy. If you haven't seen Gladiator, go and watch it. It's a great movie. Anything else though?
Post credit scenes. What about that?
Oh yeah, the post-credit scenes where Zeus was like, "Hey, fuck, the gods aren't being, really aren't that threatening anymore because we get our asses kicked and we're laughing stocks. You should help. You should kill him for me." And then the guy that he's getting is like, "All right, fuck, bet, man. Like, hell yeah."
Yeah, that's Hercules. That's his son.
Oh, that was actually Hercules? Huh.
Yeah.
Oh shit.
Yeah, I cheered in the theater. That was, if you guys saw my review, my non-spoil, that I said that I cheered. I was the only one in my theater, and I cheered that because, I'm a huge Hercules fan in the comics, so, or at least the beginning comics of Thor, So, yeah, that was Hercules, and then the second post-credit scene was sweet, in my opinion.
Oh yeah, where Jane goes to Valhalla.
Yeah, and
yeah, that was a really nice scene. I will agree with that.
Yeah.
I feel like that's it because I feel like the ending was good. I think the beginning plus all this character stuff and Gore was great. The action, the cinematography was good. As far as from the visuals and like the concepts and stuff and like some of the interactions, I think were really good.
Yes.
But when I get to my negatives, I'll explain why some of it doesn't work. But I'll let you go, Ninja, and let you tell everybody what your positives are.
Okay, well, I'm actually going to echo a lot of what you said, buddy. So, honestly, I actually feel like Thor's story in this, and people might actually criticize me for saying this, but I actually like Thor's story in this so much better than some of the other Thor movies because basically every single movie of Thor, when Thor's like the main character, it's always him learning to grow up and take his place as king of Asgard. That's not his arc in this movie. His arc is legit learning that, like, his arc is just learning that sometimes you can't like control death, and he also learned the importance of love and that everyone needs to love. And I actually I feel like everyone should relate to that, if that makes any sense. If it's a romantic love, friendship love, or, well, Thor even gets at the end, like father/daughter love and all that stuff. So I do like the theme of the story, and I like Thor's arc, actually. The beginning was fun. I love the music that Taika Waititi chose. The soundtrack was phenomenal. The Guardians, just seeing the Guardians, and the comedy in the beginning, like when Thor destroyed the tower or whatever, right, Austin? That tower thing. I thought that was funny. It was kind of predictable when that was happening, but I still laughed. I'm like, yeah, that would be what Thor would have done. I like seeing Lady Sif back. I also liked Gore the God Butcher. I think Gore the God Butcher is actually one of the best Marvel villains I've seen in a while. Christian Bale was great as him, and yeah. But my main positive actually is just Mighty Thor, aka Dr. Jane Foster. That's what she likes to be referred as, either two of those names. I really enjoyed her arc the most in this movie, actually, besides Gore. I felt like she was relatable.
She was, like I just liked her interactions with Thor a whole lot, and I just I loved how the ending just happened because, like you, Austin, I thought she's gonna replace Thor and Thor's gonna die. I think that's what everyone kind of assumed, but guess what? Marvel pulled their balls, and they actually killed her. And guess what? I like it when Marvel can actually be dark and actually take some stuff like that. It shows that not all stories have a really, really good ending. Like, oh yeah, all the heroes survive at the end. You know, um, I do like that they actually grabbed from that Mighty Thor comic book and they actually made it good. Like they still kept it somewhat accurate with her getting cancer and the hammer not doing anything really. Just increasing the effects actually. I like all that. I love the post credit scenes and I really love the ending. And I also liked that the daughter of Gore got brought back and now Thor has to basically just fight alongside her because if you guys do not remember in the comic books, Thor actually had a daughter, so maybe they might just be grabbing that and applying that to her character. That's what I think, at least. Um, and overall, I just really enjoyed the story. Like, it wasn't messy, but I still do have issues with it. So yeah, that's like my positives.
Okay. Let's see here. Drew's like, hey, what's up? What's up, Drew? Where would Gore the God Butcher rank in your favorite MCU villains?
Uh, Definitely top 10 worthy.
See, I don't know, because I feel like he was really good, but he wasn't maybe top 15, top 10, somewhere around there, but I don't know if I don't think I
Yeah,
could go farther than that, though.
I'm gonna put it at top 10. I think. Because even now that I realize it, because I'm now looking back, actually, Phase 4's villains have been like a mixed bag. Some of them have been actually pretty good, and then some of them have been pretty bad and have stupid motives and all of that.
But Gore is probably the best one out of them all, besides maybe Goblin.
Goblin, yeah, and for me personally, I also like Arrow from Moon Knight.
I mean, he was alright. I mean, well, actually, yeah, you're right. You're right. I
I
did like
liked him. I liked him a lot.
Deshaun comes in. Phase 4 is overhated.
No, it's not.
I actually disagree with that. I don't think it's overhated. I think
No,
I'm critical of Phase 4 because I know the MCU can do better.
exactly.
And when I'm seeing average to trash on basically an overall basis of Phase 4, then I have to call it out. I'm not just going to be like, wow, this new Marvel movie is great because it's a new Marvel movie. I'm not going to do that. I'm going to sit here and be like, look, I personally think that this movie or this show was not that great. So I am just, I'm fair because I don't want to be like, wow, this new Marvel movie is great because it's a Marvel movie. No, that's not my thing. I would really like to I just like to I criticize, but I criticize because I genuinely want things to be better. That's just me. I mean, some people might just hate it to hate it. Who knows? But at least for me and Ninjoid, I know that we're both Marvel fans and we just want to see shit be better. I think that's all I can really say about that because that's just kind of my thoughts on it, at least. All right, time for my time for my negatives, right? So as far as negatives are concerned, I mean, I think the humor was a little excessive. Um, I think there are points where the jokes just didn't land. I think that it's just very MCU right now, where uh, they're trying to be funnier than it really needs to be, and I think the jokes really do not land. Especially, I thought the goats from like the first couple times it was pretty funny, but when they were over, it's like that's the biggest problem with this movie at points is that they overdo some of the jokes. Like they're trying to be way too funny, and I just was like, it doesn't really work. And I was not a fan of how New Asgard has a store called the it's like a Thanos ice cream store, which I'm thinking about it, and I'm like, you know, Thanos is the same guy who killed most of the Asgardians, and Thor would probably be fucking freaking out if he saw a store with the Infinity Gauntlet on it. It's a little on the nose. And also, I will say, a good portion of this movie, there were points where I actually had to face palm and just go, man, that was actually not that great. Very awkward at points. Some of the story, it's just so goofy to be goofy that it kind of stops working after a while. Other than that, I mean, the comedy was bad. I think a good portion of the first half, and really just the first half as a whole, was just not that good. Especially with the first half just being really awkward, very too much comedy driven. I think when you get to the second half where they tone down the comedy by a lot, it's actually a lot better. Now, another thing I did not like and is the whole thing with Zeus. I am not a big fan of Zeus being portrayed as an asshole, especially since, I am a big fan of Greek mythology and whatever. And,
Yeah.
Zeus just being a total asshole, just to be an asshole, I'm like, dude, seriously? Like, I actually kind of wanted Thor to kill him because I'm like, wow, what a schmuck. And Russell Crowe did a great job, but it's like, really? We're really going there? We're really making him an asshole? Like, you couldn't have just had him just been like, nah, we're not going to help you because fuck it, we're scared. It's like he's just being over the top and just being too much of a dick. And I'm just like, yeah, that's not really working for me, Chief. And really just this whole thing. And then like freaking Thor, just, it's bad enough he was fat in Endgame. Like now we have to make him naked. Like don't get me wrong, Chris Hemsworth has a hot bod. I get it, but
I thought that was funny. Like, because why I thought it was funny. It's because the woman's reactions when they all.
Oh yeah, the women's reactions were funny, but
yeah, like I laughed at that. Like I thought, you know what? That's Marvel. That's good Marvel humor. Like that's something. Yeah. Because honestly,
I will say it's like another one of those jokes where it kind of dragged on too long.
Yeah.
Like you should have just had him get stripped naked, all the ladies faint, and he's like, "Oh shit!" And then he like puts on the little puts on whatever he gives him when he puts the thing on.
Yeah, and then I guess put the ladies' reaction as because I. Oh my god! Like, see, that's the problem, Austin. It's like half of the humor actually works, and then half of it doesn't.
Yeah, and and then the whole Mjolnir and Stormbreaker thing, like it was funny the first time, but again, it drags on and on and on. And
I fully agree because actually, I would say it was funny like the first two times, like when he talked to Mjolnir by himself, and then Jane comes walking in. It's like, oh, what are you doing? And he's like, ha ha ha, just trying to pick it up again and all that. Like, I thought that was funny. And then the time when Thor was like, all right, let me summon the Bifrost. And then he goes and then he falls down. I like that as well. But every other time, like, oh yeah, here, you can have your first beer.
Like, what? Now fucking hammers can drink now? Like, what's going on?
And he's legit, and Stormbreaker's legit driving the ship.
So now Thor's condoning drunk driving.
Yes, he is supporting alcohol drivers.
Like, damn, Thor. You know, I mean, I thought you were a good guy, I guess. Guess not.
But
and that's another thing too with the jokes, and that's been my primary negative. But you know, the like, I think there was like one scene where you had that really touching scene with the character and Thor and Jane, and you have them talking, and you know they're having this really touching moment on the ship, and then you literally have a scene of just like a very comedic like break, and it's like, fuck, you're actually ruining the scene with just this comedy. And that's my biggest issue with Taika Waititi's stuff, is that he overdoes it with comedy, and it really showed here. And again,
wait, was that the scene with Korg and Valkyrie, or
yeah, where he was like singing about like
about love and all that? Yeah,
it's like, really, you know, we were kind of having a really nice touching scene, and now we're gonna have a comedic scene. Like, fuck, no, that was stupid.
Yeah, where Valkyrie comments, I think they're doing more than just talking out there. It's like, ha ha ha, funny, I get it. Like, most people do talk like that, but it's like, still though, if you no, please. Yeah.
But other than that, those are really all my negatives, because like, other than like really a lot of the comedy and the first half, pretty much the first half, and just, I think just this oversaturation, there wasn't a lot of negatives, but the comedy being the main thing, actually, personally, it ruined a good amount of the movie because of the overabundance of it. So those are just my overall negatives, if I shall say. Let's see here. Penny's like, kind of unrelated, but I'm really getting sick of Disney oversaturating these movies instead of spacing them out and not rushing them. No, they don't rush them. In fact, some of these movies have a lot of development time, surprisingly, and yet they still come out not great. So, you know, goes to show their quality level of care. Sean comes in. I know we ain't talking about Ant-Man, but rest in peace to Ant-Man, because how the fuck will Ant-Man gonna beat Kang the Conqueror? It's a good question.
That's a really good question, and the simple thing is, he's not.
Yeah,
that's why there's an Avengers movie named after him.
Penny comes in, buddy cop show of Mjolnir and Stormbreaker.
You know what?
Hey, that might be
like the best thing of all time.
All right, Ninjoid, what are your negatives?
I kind of chimed in on yours, honestly. My biggest negatives were the comedy stuff, when I touched upon. At times, I thought the goats were really funny, and then at times it's like, what?
Like, and you know what? That is actually something I do want to touch on, is the goats. Like, the goats were funny, again, kind of like some of the jokes are just, they're funny the first couple times, but it gets old really quick.
It was funny when Korg was trying to call them in the God's Palace. I liked when they arrived. Like, I thought, you know what? That's funny, because we kind of forgot about the goats for like a good 20-ish minutes or whatever. So I'm like, all right, the comedy works here. But when they crash on the Shadow Realm and the goats are screaming, and I'm like, you know, Gore would just hear that and be like, all right, let me, you know, they're coming now. You know, it's like, no. And also in the Guardians of the Galaxy place, when they kept on just the goats screaming and all that, I'm there like,
some of the humor was just it was all over. It was a little bit all over the place with that. Another problem is that how the hell does Hemdale now have a son?
Yeah, like I don't think they even ever talked about him having a son at all. So
No. So I'm there like, okay. And also, my only visual effects complaint is when we only saw his name is Axel, right? Or is it
yeah, Axel.
yeah, Axel. His when we only saw his head, like a floating head. I did
Yeah,
not
that didn't look
visual
great.
complaint. I did. I that completely looked fake. I'm sorry to say that. Like that's the only thing out of the whole movie that looked off. All right, the rest of it looks beautiful and stunning. That thing though, ugh, like it, it looked scary, honestly.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I think his name was Axel. I think Korg says that in the movie.
yeah. Besides that, though, that's all my negatives, really.
All right. Well, I guess I'll just go into my final thoughts. Overall, I don't think this movie is bad. Trust me when I tell you that it is probably one of the better things that come out in Phase 4. Is it the best Marvel movie? No. Is it the best release of Phase 4? No. I think it's just fine. It's perfectly serviceable. It's entertaining. It's a good popcorn film. That's really all it is. I think it has a good villain, a solid story, good solid visuals. I just think across the board it's solid. It's
Mm-hmm.
nothing that's like, oh my god, you need to go out and watch. Like I said earlier, it's something that's like, okay, if you have time on your hands, go see it. If you don't go see it. If it's on TV, hey, or you want to rent it, go ahead. It's perfectly fine. I think the acting's pretty good. Again, solid story. I think the music's pretty good if you like, 90s, 80s music. Very visually good looking film. I think I'm gonna give it a low 7 out of 10. I think it's good, serviceable. Nothing that's like gonna make you go wow. It's not gonna wow you. It's just it's all right. I shall say it's pretty all right. That I'd say, hey, check it out if you want. If you don't, you don't have to. So that's really all. Those are really my final thoughts.
Unless if you're a huge Thor fan, then you
Yes,
should.
that's another thing I do want to bring up too. If you like Thor Ragnarok, you'll probably like this. If you didn't like Thor Ragnarok, you're not gonna like it. And if you are a massive Thor fan, you probably won't like it either. So it just comes down to what your preferences are in story or whatever. But Ninja, sorry for interrupting you. You may go ahead.
Well, what I was going to say was, I'm sorry, I'm a little bit eating at the same time. I actually am a huge Thor fan, and actually, I liked it that at points it felt like they grabbed what worked in Ragnarok and they applied it, and they made it a sequel to both Thor Ragnarok and Thor the Dark World. In my opinion, at least. And what I meant by that was mainly bring back the original cast members to see them again and get Jane's arc fulfilled. I like that. Um, but my overall thoughts, though, I liked it. I thought it was solid. I'll give it an 8 out of 10 right now. Might actually be an 8.5. I did really enjoy it, not gonna lie. And the more I go back and I saw it in theaters, well, anyway, I have seen it more than once, and let me tell you that it was pretty good.
That's really it.
And like I said earlier, I know a lot of people can be like, well, why do you like, this over Doctor Strange? And like I said earlier, a lot of it comes down to I didn't pay to see it, nor did I go opening night. If I went opening night to see this, I probably wouldn't have liked it. But after hearing what everyone was saying about how, it's shit, it's trash, it's not a great movie, I watched it. My opinion right now is it's not too bad. Now, keep in mind, my opinion can change over time. Like, my opinion on certain movies will change. So it's definitely one of those things where it might get better or it might get worse over time for me. But as of right now, it's pretty serviceable.
Now for Doctor Strange, though, it's actually getting worse.
Yeah, Doctor Strange, on the other hand, just gets worse and worse and worse. Like it's just not good.
I've seen that movie now 4 times, bro. Yes,
That's 4 times too many.
I've survived it 4 times, and bro, I can't still stand that movie. I can't. I just say it out loud, and then it's funny how my grandfather, who he's just an average Marvel guy, he even is saying this doesn't make any sense.
Yeah, my grandfather was the same way. We were both like we literally went to the theater because that was my second time watching it, and we both just went into the car and we're both like, "Wow, that was kind of stupid," and like we were laughing about it because of how stupid it was. It's
yeah, exactly.
Like fucking Doctor Strange becomes a zombie at the end and just has a bunch of like demons as a cape. Like someone was on crack.
Now that did look cool though.
It did, but it was still stupid.
Yeah, I have to admit. Yeah, it was. Like, the whole dream thing, I did not like, personally. But that's just my opinion.
Yeah, it didn't. But that being said, because we just finished the Thor review, let's talk about some of these Marvel announcements, shall we?
Yeah.
So, so Phase 5, I believe someone said that Black Panther is going to be the end of Phase 4, which...
That's true.
If that is the case, then I believe it's... I guess I can't really say it's the shortest phase, but it's the first phase where it does not end in a Avengers movie.
Well, correction. The phase doesn't end around Avengers movie because Ant-Man was still part of Phase 2. That technically concluded it, Austin, if you remember.
Well, I should have said that it is actually going to be the
first phase
only
without
an Avengers movie.
Same thing with Phase 5 because they said Phase 6 has those Avengers movies.
Which is actually really crazy because it's when you really think about it, like that's a lot of stuff that's not that like the Avengers are getting kind of put on the wayside type of thing.
For me, this phase has been the most messiest phase, and also it's been the too much phase at the same time. Like so many shows, so many random shows, and it's like, where's the connectivity? And now Kevin Feige already says, all right, this is the multiverse saga. Thank you, Kevin Feige. You should have told us this back in like 2019 or 2020 before Phase 4 started. Because, I mean, but even that, we've only seen a few shows deal with the multiverse in Phase 4. So
that's not a lot.
Yeah, like, I don't get it. Like, now, Phase 5 and 6, though, I will admit, I actually am looking forward to Ant-Man 3. I'm interested. Let's just say that. I'm also looking forward to it, mainly because Kang the Conqueror. I'm also... And
the director, and I think it will be pretty good, honestly. Um, I'm also looking forward to the new Captain America movie that was announced, and the Daredevil series basically continuing.
Yeah, let me just read off like all these announcements, and then we'll just give like our just initial reactions to them.
Okay. Yeah.
And this is just the list. These are not in all order, but I'm just gonna go off of what the announcements are basically. So here is the timeline as of right now. We have Blade, which I'm actually excited for Blade because I mean, hey, it's Blade, and we haven't seen him in a long time, so it's really cool to see him.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Which it comes out in 2023. Captain America, it's gonna be interesting, shall we say?
Yeah.
Thunderbolts, which is coming out in 2024, in Phase 5. I'm interested.
I'm interested, and yes, they have set it up, so I'm interested. I don't really care. I need more setup though, and more like a trailer to get me hyped for it.
Yeah. We got Fantastic Four, which is gonna be the 4th time they try to do a Fantastic Four. Maybe 4th time will be at the charm.
It's just funny that they keep on pushing that movie back.
Yeah, it's gonna open Phase 6.
Which,
Jesus.
you know what, I'm actually happy for that. At least when they're pushing it back, they're actually now going to be like, all right, let's actually do this properly.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then we got 2 Avengers movies.
In the same year.
Wars.
The same year, Austin.
Good lord.
Wow, Marvel's like at first when I heard, yeah, there's 2 Avengers movies coming out, I'm like, oh shit! I'm so hyped. It's gonna be like an Infinity War and an Endgame situation again. Also, they're coming out May of 2025, and the next one that's gonna conclude this multiverse saga is 2025, but in November. So you're basically telling me the only movies of 2025 are going to be the Avengers films? Hell yeah, I'm signed up for that, actually. No more shitty movies. Just give me the main movies. All right, let's go.
True. Then we got Ant-Man the Wasp Quantumania, which apparently there was a trailer that was leaked, and Kang and MODOK are going to be in it.
Okay, I'm excited then.
That's actually going to be really cool.
Yeah.
Just as long as it's good, though. If it's not good, I'm going to be pissed.
Yeah.
Next, Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 3.
I'm
Guardians of the Galaxy. And then, of course, we got Black Panther Wakanda Forever coming out in November. Which actually a trailer just came out.
Yes. I liked it. I liked the trailer.
Yeah, the trailer did look good, but I will say, though, I do have one kind of slight gripe with it. We don't see a lot of Black Panther in the trailer, which... I mean, maybe they're doing it to keep things under wraps, but it's like it's a little weird for a Black Panther movie to not have Black Panther in it.
Well, the trailer was more just to show them grieving over T'Challa's death, and it was more of the teaser or trailer was more of a tribute to Chadwick Boseman. That's what I got for it, because even Submariner, we didn't see him really besides like maybe one shot or whatever.
Right.
And that's more, just to let you know, to some people don't know that he was referred as the Submariner.
Yeah. It's going to be interesting, though, Black Panther Wakanda Forever, so curious. Now let's get on to the shows here. We got She-Hulk, Attorney at Law, which is coming out in August. And
I'm sorry. I actually liked the recent trailer more, but at the same time, the CGI on her face, bro, is
yeah, the
hideous.
CGI does look rough. Yeah.
It's hideous. It makes it look like she's. I'm sorry. I actually said this on Hangouts yesterday. It looks like She-Hulk is just like a mom, like a MILF. That's honestly what.
Damn, that's.
I'm just saying. And it's funny because Kavaria and Deshaun agreed with me.
Damn.
And not a good MILF anyway. Just let you know. So, yeah.
I have not watched it after this, but wow. I'm kind of speechless on this one.
Wong also appeared in the trailer.
Oh yeah, my
She-Hulk,
boy
so-
Wong's gonna be in every MCU show.
Well, bro, you do understand that. I guess because this is the multiverse saga, he has to appear in every little thing. So, I mean, I kind of like that because at least they're trying to connect stuff, you know. And also, he's the Sorcerer Supreme, so I guess he should appear in almost everything, at least as a cameo, like the Nick Fury.
True.
So, okay.
The other show is Secret Invasion, which could have been a movie all in itself, but fuck the Skrulls, I guess.
Yeah, they don't want the scrolls as the main thing.
Because we need more multiverse, guys. Next up, of course, is Echo. If you remember her from the Hawkeye show, who's excited for this one? Show of hands.
Wait, which one is this? Loki?
Echo.
Oh, Echo. Huh.
I'm not even excited for that. These next
Yeah,
things I'm not excited for.
Yeah, Echo is like moving on because I have nothing to really say. Next up is Loki season 2.
Both you and I, our favorite show, Austin.
Do we really need a season 2? No.
No.
So why the fuck we get-
But Austin, we need a season 2. Do you know why? Because
Why?
was
Why do we
that-
need a season 2?
Because there was that cliffhanger ending, and we care about this Loki that just randomly showed up, and it's not even our Loki. And also, we want to see Loki have a sex scene with Lady Loki. Don't you understand that, Austin?
That sounds awful.
I know. That's why I said it in that way.
Like, I genuinely, no, I don't want to watch this. Just like, oh God.
You do know it's probably going to happen, right?
It probably will. And I'm going to be really disturbed when I see it.
Because, I mean, we had a sex scene in Eternals, so I think
Yeah, you're right. There was.
Yes, I don't think Marvel is that, you know.
It's not family friendly anymore, boys.
Yeah, it's not. Now there's going to be a sex scene in Loki, of Loki and Lady Loki, and it's going to be like, guys, you do realize Loki is practically screwing himself. It's not like...
Yeah.
It just, like, I just have a little bit of an issue with that. It's not like... Like, honestly, I would be okay if Lady Loki he was just like, I don't know, like someone who liked Loki, like that wasn't an alternate version of himself.
Very true.
like seriously, what if it was just about a girl who got the powers of Loki or whatever? Like, that's different than
See, that would make more sense, but
yeah,
no, they decided to go the really weird route.
where Loki fell in love with himself.
Moving on before we even go down this rabbit hole.
Yeah.
Ironheart.
Oh no, I'm not excited for that.
Wait, what happened to fucking Armor Wars? Did they just get rid of that?
Yeah, they might have actually. Now that you just said that.
Oh my god, come on. That was the only one that really was somewhat gonna be interesting, but they got rid of it. Why?
Yeah, instead, we got Ironheart, which, I mean, I'm not interested in Ironheart really because I just don't care about the character. That's the thing. It's just like
Jeez.
Miss Marvel. I didn't care for the character. Watched the first episode, and I basically was like, okay, this is boring. I fall asleep during it.
And now I hate the character.
And I just don't like the character anyway. And I mean, yeah, at least I don't hate Doctor Strange after I got Doctor Strange.
But speaking of Ironheart, actually she's gonna be making her debut in Black Panther Wakanda Forever. So I mean,
Okay, so that might actually change my mind.
yeah,
So,
maybe. Maybe. Guys,
like
maybe.
I'm keeping my mind in the air, but for right now, I just don't care about the show.
Then we got Agatha Coven of Chaos, which it was Agatha all along, boys.
I'm somewhat interested in that because that will be the first time the villain actually gets a show, and they better not make her an anti-hero.
Which means they're gonna make her an anti-hero.
Yeah. Now that I just said that, they're gonna do that because honestly, I just want to see a villain be an actual villain in a show. like for real. You know what would have been cool? If Loki went to the TVA and he took over it and he used Lady Loki to help and he took over the TVA and he became the leader of the TVA.
See, that would be cool, but instead they went with the stupid route.
And they made him a hero.
Yep.
Even though Loki kind of is like a mixture. Like, he can be bad, but he can be good. It just determines it's what he wants. All right? It's like, and he would want to rule the TVA. After all, he tried ruling the freaking world just a few days ago because this takes place right after the Battle of New York, right?
True.
So he would think, this place, not even Infinity Stones work here, and these people freaking electrocuted me out of all people, a god. Maybe I can make them my army, and I can take over Earth once more. And that's what breaks the multiverse, or whatever. It's that Loki actually won in, like, a universe.
Very true.
I don't know now. Man, I might have to write a Loki. Freaking do a Loki rewrite. Right? Because honestly, that's so much better. I'm loving it. The more I think about it.
That does sound better. And of course, we got a new Daredevil show coming out, which that might be fucking great.
I think that's gonna be like the best thing out of all these besides the Avengers movies.
Like, that's definitely gonna be a good palate cleanser, I shall say.
Also, it's gonna be the first series to have 18 episodes, Austin.
which
said-
I'm actually looking forward to, as long as it's good.
Yes, but that's actually good because now they can. I would accept if there's maybe 2 filler episodes or something like that, and they don't have to rush the finale, And now
Very
after
true.
I said that, they're gonna rush the finale.
Then we got I Am Groot, which is just going to be a show about Baby Groot, which might be not so bad.
The best thing of Phase 4.
Yeah, because it's all just going to be shorts on Baby Groot, and everyone's just going to be like, oh, it's just a Baby Groot thing. Well, this is literally, it's probably is going to be the best thing about it, so. Then we got some animated stuff, which we got Spider-Man Freshman Year, which is just going to be a Spider-Man show based off MCU Spider-Man, and I guess his origin story.
Yeah, yes, but also Daredevil's going to appear in it, they said.
Yeah, Daredevil's going to appear, and also Norman Osborn, Doctor Strange, Rhino, Scorpion.
Yeah, like I'm actually kind of looking. I am actually looking forward to that. Mainly because, well, I'm a Spider-Man fan.
Very true.
Just like you, Austin. It's like, hey, it's animation, and apparently they're hiring, the Spider-Man voice actor from What If. I thought he portrayed Spider-Man very, very well. He sounded good, and if it's in the same animation style as What If, I think it might be pretty good, honestly.
Yeah, I think it'll be all right. And speaking of What If's getting another season, which we already knew that, and
Yeah.
hopefully we'll get that episode of freaking whatever was going to be the episode in the first season with I believe it was Iron Man and Gamora, and hopefully we'll get that.
Yeah.
Which now that I'm saying that, we're probably not going to get it.
No.
Which, from what I'm hearing, some of the episodes are going to be Captain Carter meeting the Winter Soldier, Odin versus the Mandarin, and a story about Hela.
Good. But I don't really care.
Hey, you're right.
I don't really care, though. That's What If in a nutshell. It's like some episodes you're like, this might actually be really good. And then some episodes, I don't really care.
Very true. What If was hit and miss, just like season 2 is probably going to be hit and miss.
Yeah.
Now, speaking of hit and miss, Ninjoid, were you a big fan of the Marvel Zombies episode?
Oh, I think that's the best thing to come out of Phase 4.
Do you want to see an entire show based on Marvel Zombies?
Oh my god, that would be the best thing of the multiverse saga, buddy.
Well, guess what?
I
You're going to
do-
get it, as Marvel Zombies is also the next animated show that's coming out.
Well, fuck them. I'm sorry, Mr. Feige, but I'm sorry. I don't know what went into your minds thinking Marvel Zombies is going to work as a full-fledged TV show, and it's not even going to connect to anything, I bet you. Besides
Also,
what?
you like Miss Marvel?
Oh, yeah, I really enjoyed Miss Marvel.
Well, she is going to be the main character of, or at least one of the main characters, Marvel Zombies.
Oh, that's actually news to my ears. I guess what? Good for her. Now she's gonna be bitten
And she
and
is
turn into
not
a
a zombie.
She's gonna be bitten and turned into a zombie. I kind of want to see that happen. No, I'm joking. I'm joking about that. But Miss Marvel, as main character. That sounds so awesome, Austin. I'm so hyped to see Miss Marvel season 2, but in Marvel Zombies. It sounds so good, right?
Oh, it sounds the greatest.
Where are we gonna get all her friends and her father's gonna show up? You know how he dressed up as Big Hulk? He's gonna be a zombie Big Hulk. And then he's gonna be like, become small Hulk. Right there and eat her brains. Hulk need brains. And then what? Then Miss Marvel's running, and then she meets Captain Marvel, but Captain Marvel's a zombie. She idolizes a zombie, so then she allows Captain Marvel to bite her to become a zombie or whatever. And then Miss Marvel's a zombie.
Because I can already tell you, after watching Miss Marvel, I think I'm a zombie.
Yo, after thinking Thor: Love and Thunder is like one of the best things to face for, I think I'm a zombie.
Two more things to talk about. X-Men 97, which is basically going to be a continuation of the 90s X-Men show, which could be good. Could be.
Yeah, it could.
I don't know.
Be. I thought.
And then, no, go ahead.
No, what I was going to say, I thought when I watched the X-Men cartoon back then, I thought, oh yeah, it's really good. And then you do realize that the X-Men, the animated series universe, was the one that we saw in Doctor Strange Multiverse of Madness. So,
Oh god, you're right.
Austin, I'm I don't want to see it because I already know how the main character Charles Xavier dies. So he dies from Scarlet Witch. So I don't want.
Bro, how are they gonna fucking explain that in the cartoon? Are they just gonna be like, they just
No,
find
it's
a
probably
kid
gonna be a
dead?
prequel to it. That's the thing. So it's like, what's the point, right?
Like, how are they gonna fucking explain it to him? Oh, he went into an alternate universe and then like Scarlet Witch killed him. Like how are they gonna explain that? Like, they're gonna tell all the
he
X-Men.
went
Oh
in
yeah,
her head, Austin. He went in her head and tried to save the Wanda from that universe. But then, guess what happened? The Wanda from Earth 616 then snapped his neck, and it snapped his neck in reality as well. And then he fell down with his face going like...
and then his face fell forward.
Yep. And I'm sorry, like, no offense to... I thought the actor in Doctor Strange Multiverse of Madness was phenomenal as Professor X again, but the writing of that scene was bad, in my opinion.
It was laughably bad.
It was just laughing. It was pathetic. I'm sorry. And to everyone who does like it, I'm glad you do. All right, and I'm just saying I don't personally like it, and I respect your opinion. So
Yeah,
yeah.
like he said.
What? I'm telling the truth because actually I have a lot of friends that actually do love Doctor Strange Multiverse of Madness.
I do too, and I think they're fucking crazy.
I think they are crazy as well.
No, I'm just kidding. You know, if you like a movie, you
Some
like
of
a
them are
movie.
crazy though. No, some of them are though.
Yeah, some of them are. I will agree with that.
Some of them are crazy with that. Like I heard from one of my friends, oh, it's like top 5 favorite Marvel movie. No, it's not. Don't you ever dare say that in your life, please. Please don't.
True.
It's so sloppy. I mean, I have
Now-
PTSD for crying out loud. No,
Yeah, that movie broke you.
Yeah, at least with Thor: Love and Thunder, it didn't show Doctor Strange at the end.
Well, it actually kind of did because you do see a little glimpse of Doctor Strange.
No, but it's from the first one.
Oh, yeah, but still, it's Doctor Strange.
No, but it's from the first one. I'm okay with
It's still from Doctor Strange.
I just don't want to see anything from the second one on the trailer. Besides, what I would like to see, you know that hot dog guy in Doctor Strange Multiverse of Madness? If we get a spin-off show of that hot dog guy.
Of just him selling hot dogs.
Yes, and it's him, and you know what? If the X-Men show shows us that guy, I'm gonna be okay with the X-Men show.
Me too.
just give me the hot dog guy, at least as a cameo. Him just like, hey, do you want a hot dog? Ketchup with what? And I'm gonna be like, oh yeah, it's the best character of Phase 4.
No, it wasn't the hot dog guy. It was the pizza ball guy.
Yeah, pizza ball guy. No, but he had ketchup and mustard though.
He puts ketchup and mustard on those pizza balls.
Yes, the pizza ball guy.
Now, there's one other thing we have to talk about, and that's the Marvels.
Which, guess what? I don't really care.
I can already tell you, I probably will hate that movie.
I can already tell you that I'm gonna probably just bootleg it.
You're not even gonna pay to watch it. You're just gonna be like, oh, fuck it, we're doing this illegally, boys.
Just joking, actually. No, I'm not gonna bootleg it. I'm actually probably gonna go watch it, or I might have to turn to Austin to bootleg it. No, I'm messing with you, buddy.
God, even if I wanted to do that, I don't even think I will. I don't even think I'd even watch it, even like that.
No,
It's just like, I just don't want to watch it.
imagine those bootleg versions come out and the audience just boo at it. Or they say this is shit. Oh my god.
Like they're just like booing for the entire 2 hours and 30 minutes. Like you can't hear anything. All you just hear is boo.
Oh my god. And then if we even did watch it that way, I'm telling you, if we hear that, the Marvels is immediately the best Marvel movie ever.
It's not even because of the
Yes,
movie
I heard
itself,
the
it's because of the
boos.
people reacting to it.
No, I'm joking, no. But anyway, no, I'm gonna go to the theater, watch it, just like all the other Marvel movies.
I definitely will not go see it in theater.
And then just wait, then it's actually good. And then, oh, Deshaun, we love your comment.
I don't give a fuck about the Marvels.
Yeah, I think that's
I don't think any of us do.
everyone. And that's the thing. I actually defended the Captain Marvel, the first one, unlike a lot of people. Like Austin over here doesn't like it. I actually thought the first one was alright, but I just don't really care about Miss Marvel. And I mean, I was actually like, oh, they might actually fix Captain Marvel. No, I don't have any luck. I don't have any hope because Miss Marvel. So it's so funny that it's like Captain. It's so funny how What If does Brie Larson's Captain Marvel in those alternate versions only for a few minutes. So much better.
And one whole movie about her
Yeah.
that actually mattered.
Yeah. Like, and that's why I thought, oh my god, they're gonna fix Captain Marvel in the MCU with the second one. Oh, I just got done watching Miss Marvel. Fuck this.
I already feel sick.
I already feel sick after watching the first episode with Miss Marvel, Miss Marvel, Miss Marvel. Oh, we need her gauntlet hands. We need her helmet. We need her mohawk. We need this. We need that. And does my body look like Captain Marvel? Does this happen? Does this happen? Does it sprinkle? Are there sparkles? Does it look like Miss Captain Marvel? Oh my god, we're going to AvengerCon. Look at all the other Captain Marvel.
Oh my god, it's AvengerCon, guys. Oh my god.
Oh my god, oh my god. But guess what? I won't be big Hulk and little Hulk.
Oh my god, you're letting me go to AvengerCon, but fuck you, I ain't wearing the whole costume.
I'm not gonna be small Hulk.
I'm not gonna be small Hulk. I want to be Captain Marvel. No, you can't be Captain Marvel. Why not?
Because Captain Marvel sucks. I wish if the dad just said that. That would just be. I think everyone would start loving Miss Marvel just because the dad says that.
Bro, the dad's a fucking goat, man. I don't want to hear nothing about the dad, man.
That's like, yeah, well, you know what's even more shitty? So, Miss Marvel goes on like a huge journey and all of that, and you know how
every character go on a big journey?
You know how in the a huge journey learning about her grandmother and all that, and
Yeah.
so and this is episode 2, 3, and 4 and 5, and then in like 6, or I think it might have been 5. But after the huge journey, she just walks through and she's like, oh, hey, I'm now a superhero, she just says to her parents. And her parents are like, oh, this is so good. After the first episode, they're like, no, you can't be a hero.
They're like, yeah, you're going to be a hero.
They said, we also made you a super suit.
What?
Yeah.
Fuck the writing.
And
man.
apparently Miss Marvel's the first mutant in the MCU.
What?
Yeah, they said that.
Fucking just you love to see it, man. You love to see it.
So now, guess what? The X-Men don't really care. To me, actually, I would say Professor X is the first mutant that we saw in the MCU. But guess what? It wasn't really the Professor X from the MCU. It was Professor X from that different dimension that got his neck snapped by Scarlet Witch, and also he died.
Crick crack, he's dead. Man,
Yeah.
the TVA is gonna have a fucking like doozy of a time fixing that. They're gonna be like, "Oh shit, Professor X died. Uh-oh. Quick,
You know
get
what?
another.
That would be kind of funny. The TVA that just show up.
Like that should just be the entire first. That should be the entire second season of Loki. Is them trying to find a Professor X just to put back in that universe.
No, in the TVA, that season 2 of Loki is them legit just like, all right, how do we fix Doctor Strange multiverse of madness? All
By
right,
making sure it doesn't happen at all.
well, Wanda should never get that book, so we're gonna make sure that she doesn't get the book and she remains the same way, so her arc in WandaVision is not ruined. All right. Because, like, that's my biggest issue with the movie. It's like, Wanda, it's like, she's great as a villain. Trust me, but her motives makes no sense. And that's coming from someone who was a huge Wanda fan. Like, I really am a huge Wanda fan. Like, I freaking have an entire graphic novel just dedicated to Scarlet Witch comics. And I've read it all in one day. I love Scarlet Witch as a character, all right? And that movie, it's like, oh, that's great. She's the villain. I wanted her to be the villain, but the reasoning why she's a villain, oh, it's because I want my kids back. Well, wasn't your purpose of the first of WandaVision was that you got to let go of you wanting children and you wanting your husband back and all that, and you just gotta be like, hey, I gotta be an Avenger and all that shit? Is that what WandaVision was about? Because I thought that was what WandaVision was about. And then the movie, the Doctor Strange was like, oh, fuck that.
Doctor Strange was like, fuck this bitch.
Fuck WandaVision. We hated WandaVision because Mephisto wasn't in it. So we got this cluster. We got this clusterfuck of us.
He's like, there's no Dormammu in this shit. Fuck it.
Yeah.
But anyway, though, guys, we're about almost an hour and a half in. I think we're going to wrap it up here. But first, I do want to get to the poll results. We had 16 votes on the poll. The results were 43% said the movie was great. 31% said it was meh. And 25% said it was trash.
Oh, that's actually shocking. That's shocking.
Yeah, I mean, a good majority thought it was okay at best, but you know, so it's pretty even, I guess you could say, very even. But yeah, with that being said, we are gonna wrap it up though, and I'm gonna let Ninjoid tell everybody where they can find him at. And Ninjoid, where can they find you at?
All right, guys. So I actually do have quite a bit of content planned to come out. I am gonna be doing some Ninjago videos because part 2 we actually now have a release date. Thank God. So there's gonna be a lot of videos coming out with that, as well as I'm planning on doing a lot of Marvel videos because I'm actually kind of interested in the future of the multiverse saga now, you know? And I also want to make fun of it, so Austin's going to be there with me.
True.
Also, trying to think of what else. I'm also going to do some DC videos about Shazam and Black Adam. And I am also going to start reviewing the Harley Quinn TV show, which, bro, I'm telling you, Harley Quinn is like one of the best things I've seen in DC since like Peacemaker.
Oh, damn. That good?
Yeah, it's really good, Austin. Trust me.
Well, I am shocked.
It's like, honestly, it's almost like, it's funny because it actually came out before Peacemaker, but it's the same comedy as Peacemaker. And
Well, that's some good shit.
I loved it. I thought the first 2 seasons are so good. Like really. And man, that's the thing. DC is getting good.
Getting better than Marvel, I'll tell you that much.
Yeah. But anyway, guys, just check me out. With Star Wars stuff, though, there's really no news right now. So, do you guys think Galactic Chat's returning anytime soon now?
Fuck no.
No. Because, I mean, main reason why with Galactic Chat is because so we tried to, like, do something new last episode. The last episode, barely no one showed up and all of that, and I found out that a lot of my fan base actually did not like the way I presented the recent Galactic Chat episode. So I'm gonna just wait for Star Wars news, and we'll do it then. That's what I'm doing at least. Thank you, Austin, for having me on. I always love having a conversation about Miss Marvel being a zombie, and it's Miss Marvel season 2, but it Marvel zombies. So yeah.
Anytime. Well, I got a YouTube channel. I don't really do a lot of stuff, but when I do, it's usually streams like this, or I got some cool little game videos. We might need to do a stream talking about Gotham Knights, because now with that being officially released, I haven't really talked about it, especially since it's been a game I've been looking forward to for the last couple of years. So we might talk about that eventually, as well as whatever Insomniac is doing with Spider-Man 2 and Wolverine. That's going to be some interesting stuff at some point. Maybe something on God of War Ragnarok, because that's probably my most anticipated thing of the year. But we'll figure out. I'll figure out what I'm doing. But just whatever. Go and sub. I do also, me and Angry Care Bears review movies as well. I got a group channel. Just subscribe to that if you want. Yeah, I don't got really a lot to say, guys. So I think we're just gonna sign out here. Thank you guys for watching. This is the Austinator signing out.
Peace.
Peace.
That's awesome.